Alright, I'm back with what will be a little bit more impromptu video here. I just received this package in the mail from Harvinger Studios, a Savage Crucible order that I had placed at the beginning of the month. This has the Veteris Rapax character in there, the new figure that they dropped. Kind of a surprise thing, at least it was to me. And I picked up a few other things from them. So I just kind of want to crack this open, go through everything quickly, and then also break open the Vitaris figure and do a review on him, some initial thoughts and impressions. Alright, let's cut this box open. So, first one I picked up was this Armory pack. I have a few figures already, a couple slates, but I don't have any of these Armory packs or kind of accessory packs from them yet. So, excited to get that in. Thought it was a good price, at least better than what I've seen retail for sure, buying direct from them. Also got the Huntsman's pack with some other heads and accessories, some armor pieces. Looking forward to looking through. I picked up two of these Lemurian slates while they had them in stock, and these are like the lighter ones, like the greener color bodies. So happy to get two more of those. And also the Veteris Rapax figure, little cover front here, looks really good. But I think we'll take a look at that one last. I want to quickly go through some of this stuff. Oh, I also forgot, they sent out some new feet. Newly designed feet. These are to replace the feet in the two slates. This is their new design foot that's going out to all the Kickstarter people right now, and then hopefully out to all the retail customers. The Vitaris already comes with these redesigned feet, so we'll take a closer look at those as well. Alright, the first thing I want to take a look at was these new feet. So I got two of these packages for the two slates. Like I mentioned, the Rapax figure is supposed to come with them already attached, but this is the new design. So there's no more toe articulation, and the bottoms of the feet are much more flat. I mean, I can grab one of these for an example here. And from the side, you can kind of almost see that it's kind of bowed out. It's like a little bit rounded. Little hard to see it. But certainly if you put it on like a glass shelf or something and you're standing them like this, you can see that the foot doesn't actually sit flat. And there's, at least my ankles are pretty loose, and then these toe joints are like really floppy. So unfortunately, all the figures I have from them right now, they don't really stand on their own. Right now he's propped up with his tail, and that's usually how I can get him to stand. Como, though, I have to put him on an actual like action figure stand or base, like one of those kind that clip around his waist so that he can stand. So I'm really hoping to get feet for him, but that's a problem for another day. But I'm excited to have at least feet for these the two new slates that I got in. Alright, I thought while I was at it, I would swap the feet just to take a real quick look at those for anybody that might have questions or be interested to know. So these just took a little bit of heat on the calf, and these just pull straight down. And they're pretty easy to get out, pretty easy to put in, not a big deal. But that's how they look on the figure. Don't look really substantially different. And the real test, will he stand? No tail on the ground this time. This isn't even like a super flat table here. It's kind of cardboard. Even if I'm wiggling this base around, he seems pretty rock solid. These guys before, I can't make them stand more than a couple moments on a shelf with their existing feet. Maybe my posing skills suck, but I don't have that problem with any other figure I own, just these. So I'm really, really happy with these feet. These are super awesome. Again, I'm really glad Harvinger's like fixed the problem, because it seems like it's pretty widespread and that they're actually doing something about it. This is super cool. It makes me really excited to continue with their products, because honestly, up until now, this is what gave me pause about getting into some of their other, like pre-ordering Wave 3 and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, very cool. All right, and for these slates, they're the same as the figure we just took a look at. That one there just has a painted skirt and the weapon painted up. I just wanted to pop these open real quick, and so we can take a look at the cards. Everyone likes seeing the cards. Let's pop them open and see what they got. That's cool. All right. See what we got out of card 1 here. Lemurian Savage. Cool. I do not have this one. I'm really liking this artwork. I don't have one of their comic books yet. It was tempting to buy that the hardcover comic book, and I didn't pick it up. I really need to get that on the next order, maybe if I see them at a show. But their artwork is killer. I love it. Hoping the story's good too. So far, their lore that they like print on the packaging and stuff, I really like. I think it feels pretty fleshed out and well done. Ancestral Tea. I think I do have one of these. Still, cool art. All right, Huntsman pack. Hooded Savage. I do not have that. Oh, it's the Savage, but with the that kind of hooded head sculpt. Well, I guess not a head sculpt for him, but that's pretty neat. See the difference there. Cool. All right, last one out of the Armory pack. And then when we look at the Vitaris figure, we'll pull that card when we look at him. Oop. Venom Rot Blades. Rare weapons. Looks like the sword for Nin Villanir over here. And his dagger. So the cards we got so far. Very neat. And before we move on to the main event here, I want to quickly look at these. I've never seen these before in person. Maybe some of you haven't had a chance to see them in any in-depth, so I just want to blow through kind of what's in there real quick before we move on to the main event, this Veteris Rapax figure that I'm so excited about. So here we have the Huntsman pack. That's how it comes. Like I said, this is a little bit more impromptu than some of my other videos. Just kind of rushing through it, finding out together here. So we have some, looks like some decoration pieces to hang off of their belts. We got some skulls, some heads, armor pieces, some more shoulder armor pieces, like a chest wrap, a new belt. These heads are really cool. This thing, I like the way this looks a lot. It's like a kind of plugs into those two ports for the shoulder armor. It's like a little backpack kind of thing. Sits on there. All right. And on to some of the other weapons. So we do have some replacement parts for, like these are Como, and I think these are Nin Villanir parts that are unarmored. So you have unarmored shins and unarmored forearms. So I could actually take some of the armor off of these guys and put them onto some of the slates and put these nicely painted pieces onto them. So if I'm going to have, you know, naked guys running around, they'll at least have a paint job on them. So I might just do that too. I kind of want to pick up an extra Como or Nin for that. Some other weapons and accessories here. All right, one of the pieces that are in there is this kind of skull mask. This is for Como. So it just kind of sits on there. It doesn't really feel like it kind of clicks in place, but it does sit on there. And it's in there, let's see. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Maybe if you're, you know, playing with his head a little bit, you bump that, it might come off. But it's on there. You can't see his eyes too well behind that mask, but it looks pretty cool. All right, we also swapped Como's head here. This is one of the heads that comes in this pack. It has the same blue kind of highlight motif going on that matches up with his body. I think that head sculpt looks really cool. I kind of like Como's head, that it's a little bit different. You know, with his story of being kind of like a hybrid, you know, like half human, half reptilian guy. It's cool to have that in there, but I really kind of want to pick up a second one of these so I can use this head sculpt and change out some of the armor pieces and whatnot on them. But that's a really cool head. It does not look like this jaw is articulated like a lot of their others, but the paint is nice and the sculpt is really cool. And I didn't have a body that matches this color. I don't have one of the Savage ones, or I think there was a like the Lemurian Savage. I think there was also like a con exclusive figure that has this color. Looks like this jaw's articulated, but doesn't. Oh, there we go. Open. Yeah. So that jaw is articulated. Looks like a different sculpt than we've seen before too. That's a very cool one. If you have one of the figures that kind of has this paint scheme going on to him, this is a really cool head. It actually looks like it's pretty, has a lot of movement. That's a pretty good amount of up and down in this head. Side to side. And the pitch. It's a cool head sculpt. And we have this head sculpt as well. This is like the hooded one, kind of like with that card we got. It has an articulated jaw. Really cool paint scheme. He doesn't fit on these guys with the armor though, because of that hood. I tried him on, but I took a second off camera and put all these armor pieces on this other slate here. Swapped out the calf pieces and the forearms. Swapped out the skirt added some of these like little belt decoration pieces, this chest harness, shoulder armor. Looks like there's a little slot in here for one of the weapons. As far as pop and swappability, it's not like if you're into Mythic Legions. I have a bunch of Mythic Legions. If you swap those parts around, like the forearms and, feet and calves and stuff, you know what that's like. It's really not too difficult, a little bit of heat. These were a lot more difficult than that. I needed a lot more heat and were still not real easy to move around as far as changing them. But I mean, once they're on, they're good. It's just a little bit more of a pain in the butt to do that. But I'm generally not like moving pieces around constantly. I usually do this, set it up, put it on a shelf, there it is. But yeah, these pieces are super cool. Liking that. Alright, last one before we take a look at Vitaris here, the Armory pack. I won't spend as much time on this. I'm not going to pop and swap pieces to everybody. Just want to look at it real quick. So we do have some extra parts in there. Some, in a bag, some brown with black. I forget which one this is. I don't remember the name of the figure this comes off of, but there's another figure that matches that paint scheme. So you have some unarmored calf and forearm pieces. Got the first tray here with some armor. I think this is like the Sentry Guard type of armor. Royal Sentry. We have, let's take a couple, real quick look at some of these heads. These are the coolest parts. I really want to get that, I think it's the Imperial Sentry, something like that. I want to get some of those. Get one of them with this hooded head. Super neat. We have this other green head with like kind of mohawk thing going on that's not articulated. Kind of like the one we put on Como, but just a different paint scheme. This is for like the Savage, or I forget the other name, but there's another figure too, I think, that uses that same paint scheme. We have this head sculpt as well, articulated jaw. This is the paint scheme that goes with these pieces. And I think this is like that con exclusive, kind of like the Imperial Guard. I forget what his name is, maybe like Imperial Sentry, something like that. That one with the cool like see-through kind of red and orange swords. All right, and the last head sculpt that comes in here is this one for Nin. I think it's the same head sculpt as the Veteris are, just in Nin's color scheme. It's not an articulated jaw. At least I don't think it is. Oh, no, it is. Hey, look at that. I didn't think it was. So articulated jaw. Good paint in there. Good paint all around. Kind of a armored head. But blends in with his existing armor beautifully. I mean, look at that guy. That's a tough dude. All right, beyond that, got the armor pieces we already took a look at. There's some little belt piece here. Some other like shackles for the belt. Knife. A couple of cool weapons here. Those look really neat. And our other tray here. We've got a shield. Staff. Some other swords, knives. And then some calf and forearm unarmored pieces. A closer look at these two just because I really liked them. The shield, which this handle does rotate on the back of that shield, so you can kind of get it spun different ways. And that's that kind of staff spear weapon. I noticed the other day I'm kind of a sucker for spears. Almost every figure that has come with one as an option I have displayed up on my shelf. So I have like 100 different figures displayed with spears. Might need to change that up, but I really like them. All right, now on to the main show. Let's pop them open and take a look at that card first. All right, the card from the box. Let's see what we got. Royal Guard. That is cool. That is some cool artwork. I don't play this game or anything. I might need to look into this, but these cards are really cool. I like this. All right, let's pop them out. Got them out of the tray there. What's this? I don't know what this is. We get a secret surprise. And there's all the weapons I remember seeing. What do we got in here? Feels like a weapon. What the heck? Yeah, I do not remember seeing this on any of the pictures. Right? Am I crazy? No, I remembered it being like 3 bloodied up weapons. Forgot about that. But I remember the 3 bloodied up weapons. I didn't remember this either. But this, I feel like I would have remembered seeing that. That is super cool. I think it's coming through, but that's like a translucent blue. It's got a lot of cool details in there, like some runes on there, some cracking in the blade. That is super sick. We need to check that out on his hand. All right, let's get the tie. Oh, so carefully. Get him out of there. All right, now that he's free, let's take a quick, just overall look at him. I think that head sculpt is cool. I really like that head for Nin over there, but this is neat. I like the weathering on there. I don't know if it's coming through too much, but you get like a silvering effect, like the paint being worn through on the armor, you know, from years of battle and all that kind of stuff, wear and tear. I like these pieces on the eyes. That's a really neat detail, like armor over the eyes. Super cool. We have an articulated jaw on this guy. Yeah, it's a little stuck. All right. Really nice paint up inside the mouth, all around the face. Kind of see his lips. Like some weathering and stuff all around there in the scales. The paintwork is really cool on there. Looks like he's kind of like has almost like a weathered like mud effect going on to him. There's wear on the armor. There is blood on his hands. That's kind of a cool, gross detail. Blood on the weapons, blood on the hands. That is a neat effect. I really like this weathering, kind of that silvering that's coming through in the armor. Like the paint's been worn through from battle. Really, really neat. And I like this color scheme. So it reminds me of, is that Battle Cat from He-Man, right? Or Cringer? But it's a cool, I think those colors look good together. I don't know if this was supposed to be like a somewhat nod or what, but that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that. But in a good way, not in a bad way. The armor is very similar to like the sentries. It's got the two holsters there for swords on either side that you can pop off. It's the same articulation as any of them. I mean, these bucks are the same. It's an unarmored tail, but good paint detailing on there. Good look all the way around the back. Then a quick look at the feet. These are the same updated feet. These obviously have a different paint job. They're cast out of a different plastic color, different paint job. The nails are painted. Got some weathering on the scales there. But there's the same flat feet that we should have no problem standing with. I'm really excited about that. Thumbs up. Glad they shipped it that way fixed and didn't come out with another figure that needed updated feet. All right, now look here with this, what I'm going to call for now, Secret Blade. I did not know this was coming in there. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I totally missed it in the photos, but I did not see that, so I'm going to pretend for my own excitement this is a secret weapon. That looks super cool in hand. It's got some open grasping hands, have that same kind of bloody finger look. Super sick, like in a disgusting way, but super cool also. That's neat. That's a neat effect. We've got a whip to attach to his belt. We got two bloodied up swords. I like both these handles, kind of look almost like Roman gladiator style or something to me. But blood effect on both sides of those. Cool detail work. All right, look at the last two weapons he comes with. Kind of like this golden cutlass here. Black wrapped handle. Kind of gold detailing all the way around. And this double-sided like battle axe that is absolutely covered in blood. I mean, even down all the handle almost. And he comes with one more head sculpt. This is an unarmored head sculpt. Got those yellow beady eyes. Well, I guess yellow and red. We have an articulated jaw. Good paint all the way around. He's a little bit more toothy in that head sculpt there. A little bit more aggressive looking teeth. Not so much here. But still really cool head sculpt if you don't want that armored look. Has paint detailing around to match his skin colors. Alright, I know this wasn't a super in-depth review. I didn't go over the articulation, but the articulation is the same as any of the other Savage Crucible Lemurians. If you have any of those. The articulation's great. I didn't talk about like the butterfly shoulders and the double jointed knees and double jointed elbows, but it all adds up to really good articulation. I don't have many other figures that can get their, with the butterfly joints, that can get their arms together for like a two-handed weapon grab like this, which I suppose I enjoy, and it's hard to get with some other figures, Like, I'm not going to get that with my Mythic Legions figures, for example. That's not hate on those. It's just, different figures. So all in all, I really like this figure. I'm happy I got this, little mini haul. A couple new slates to customize. I want to try painting up some of those. I really like the two Armory and Huntsman packs I got. Lots of cool accessories in there. I'm excited for the new style feet. There's no way any of my other Savage Crucibles could stand, let alone stand on a rotating display like this for a second without falling over. So really cool feet, really cool new figure that was kind of a surprise drop. Surprise new weapon in there, all at the same like value, same price as any of their other figures like in this style, that aren't the slates. As of right now, these are still available on their website. I would suggest you go pick one up if you're a fan at all of any of these or think you might enjoy them. I'm sure they're not going to stick around for forever. This is like the last of these reptilian guys, because Wave 2 is coming out the next month or two. Wave 3 down the road from there. I don't know if they're going to revisit this body style again. So I would pick these up while you can. Most of the other Wave 1 figures are pretty dried up right now. I think direct on their website you can still get some. All in all, I'm loving this guy. I'm really glad I got him. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.